Use a graphing calculator to complete the following exercise. A manufacturing company can sell 100 cartons of ink pens for $350. The cost associated with manufacturing of the pens is a fixed cost in thousands of $112 and a variable cost in thousands given by 7x minus x squared, where x represents the number of cartons in hundreds. Find the values for x in which the manufacturer will break even or make a profit. All right. So we have, we need two things. We need revenue and cost, okay? So the revenue, remember that's the money coming in, is going to be $350, but the problem represents money in thousands. So we're going to write $350 in thousands, and the way to do that is $0.35 thousand, okay? And then it's $350 times 100 cartons. $350 for every 100 cartons. But it says that x represents the number of cartons in hundreds already. So x is fine just as it is. So this is the equation for revenue. See if we can find the equation for cost. Cost is going to be the fixed cost, which is $112,000, okay? And a variable cost, so plus the variable cost of 7x minus x squared. All right, good. So we want to make sure that the revenue is at least, okay, is greater than or equal to the cost. We want to make sure that 3.35x, the revenue, is more than or equal to the cost. The money in needs to be bigger than or equal to the money going out. Okay, so we get this inequality. All right, let's go ahead and set it equal to 0. So we're going to move this over by subtracting it, okay? Or actually, let's go ahead and move all of these things over here. Okay, so either way that you want to do it, or I'm going to go ahead and move these over. So we get x squared, okay, minus 6.65x minus 112, okay, move this out of the way, needs to be greater than or equal to 0. All right. Okay, and I'm going to erase this, and we're going to go over to our calculator and use our calculator to tell us what the solutions to this are. So remember, we need to find the solutions to this equation. So let's go over to the calculator. Okay, we're going to type this into our y equals. Okay, clear this out. We're going to type in x squared minus 6.65x minus 112. All right, and then let's graph this. I'm going to go ahead and clear off this, and let's graph it. Okay, so we can see this graph. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. You may need to zoom out or zoom in depending on what your zoom is set at. Okay, good. Notice we have this parabola. It crosses in two places. But what does x represent again? It represents the number of cartons sold in hundreds. So this would be a negative number of cartons sold. Can we have a negative? No, that doesn't make any sense. So we're really only interested in this x-intercept right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to find that on our calculator. We can do it using the calc function. So we're going to press second calc. Okay, so second trace calc. We're going to look for the 0. Remember, 0 is the same thing as a solution or a root. And we need to give it a left bound. So anywhere to the left of the point is fine. Enter. And then we need to give it a right bound. So we're going to go over to the right. Right. Some more. One more time. Just for a good measure. Okay, good. So now we're the right of this point. Press enter again, Then guess, we say yes, we want you to guess, and it will tell us 14.41804.